So this is what my board is doing. It's squeaking. It's both the boards. It doesn't surprise me because they're used. Well, this one was used. They put 32 miles on it, and then it sat in the box. But that's a squeaking sound. The other one is like that too. So I'm gonna do the before and after. So, okay. What I read was to grease the pivot cups. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so here we go. I just noticed this. These wheels are so massive that even upside down, there's a gap. So the deck doesn't even hit the bottom. Okay, so I gotta take the trucks off. Okay. Well, that came off easy. Okay. I'm using some STP grease. This is the only thing that I could find locally. It says it is an optimum quality extreme pressure grease designed for multiple use. The grease is made from lithium soap, highly refined mineral oils, and additives. Okay, so we're just gonna go with this and get myself a fancy applicator. Okay. Well, unfortunately, this thing came apart in all sorts of ways. So I'm gonna have to refer to the other side to reassemble it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this other side apart to see how to reassemble it. Okay, so we know that that goes on top like that. That goes, okay, there's my motors. Okay, paying attention to this. This is for the bottom one. Okay, I'll put that there. And I'm gonna pull this up. It has to be reassembled this way. And that right there goes in there. This bushing goes down there like that. Okay, I got that grease in there. Now let's put some in here. I guess those are pivot cups in there. I put this back on like so. Yep, because it went like this. That's exactly how it goes. And I'm gonna have to somehow raise it. Oh, right. I have to raise the board. So I'm gonna have to put something underneath. This might actually do the trick. Let's put a second roll of tape there. Let's get that in there. That goes in there. This one facing down, and right there. Okay. Let's get that going. Okay, so that takes care of that side. It's all done. I just repeated the same steps back here as I did in the front. I tightened it again, 4 threads showing in the inside, 2 on the outside, 2 and 4. You heard it before. Let's see now after if it's making that noise anymore. I mean, there is a slight sound coming from it, but That actually might be my flip-flops. Let's try it without the flip-flops. No, it's there. There's some little noise coming from it, but it's not that loud squeaking sound that I was getting before. This one's done. Pivot cups greased. Okay, so this is the second board. The other one I was working on is the Hayden Carbon, which was back in 2021. That was like top of the line, about $3,000 for it. People were saying that it was too expensive. So this one just came out maybe about 2 years ago, and this is the GTR Series 2. And it's doing the same thing. I bought this one used, but I don't know if it's the deck or the pivot points, the pivot cups. I don't know. We'll find out right now. I don't think it'll be much different to take apart and reassemble than the other one. This board is actually a newer model than the Hayden Carbon that I was just working on. But like I said, I bought this used also. This one looks a little bit more beat up than that other one though. This one had like 200 miles, the other one only had 32 miles on it. And you can tell the difference. It's scratched up, but it's not, it's not damaged. It's just, looks like it's just cosmetic. Okay, so this is, okay. So we need grease in there. I'm gonna put this over here to the side. Let me take a quick look at that. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, that could stay there. This, yeah, I don't need to, there's no reason to remove that either. I'm just gonna have to retighten them to the way I set the other one, 2 and 4 threads. Okay, take this off. Okay, maybe just kind of clean that up a bit. Yep, definitely no grease in there. This looks good, so I just need grease in there. I don't know how much is a lot, but I'm just filling it, and whatever excess there is, I'll just grab it. Okay, now put this back in there. And this is easier to do on the street because with the all-terrain tires it was lifted, so I actually ended up using this, but maybe next time I'll actually use something to actually raise it so that the wheels are hanging. Okay, so that one is in there, and maybe I could be a little bit proactive with wiping it now. Squeeze it and move it around a bit. Oh, there we go. That's what I was wondering. If there were, okay, yeah, there's the pivot cup. Okay, and then just wipe this because apparently that's excess already. And so is this. I don't need that. Okay. Okay, and let's put some of this. I want to say that I'm seeing some white lithium grease in there. I think that's what they put. Either that or the grease turns white with time. I don't know. This needs to go over here. There we go. Okay. There. So I feel secure that that's flat. it's flush, so I'm not tightening it and it's going in crooked. So it's flat. Okay. I don't want to tighten it too much right now. Okay. Let me get this in there. What did I say? Slosh it around a bit. Pick up anything here on the edges. Anything that got spilled on the outside. Okay. Right, there it is. Same thing here. Make sure this is nice and flush. Flat. Same thing with this one. I want 2 threads showing. One more turn. One more. Okay, that looks like 2, and then down here it's gonna be 4. I'm up to 2 now. Yeah, just a little tap on. Yeah, this one, the bamboo board's a lot more flexible than the carbon, so I do want this a little bit tighter. Okay, let's do the rear now. Give myself a little bit more room. There we go. Okay. Oh wow. It actually dislodged the motor from there. Okay, the wiring. Okay. Wow, that pivot, that is completely dry. There's nothing in there. Okay. So, yeah, this previous owner didn't do the maintenance. They hadn't even tightened the belt. When I was braking, this belt was all, you know, loose. It was clicking because the belt was hitting. The belt teeth were skipping every time that I was braking. Okay, well, there it is. There's nothing. There's absolutely no grease in there. Okay, and that's why I was getting that loud squeaking sound. Put a little bit more. That's a lot more grease than I think I'll ever need in a lifetime. Okay. Let's put this back on. Same thing I've been doing, just kind of like moving it back and forth. Grab the excess right now instead of that later. Definitely don't need that. Everything that went up to the top, don't need it. Okay. So let's grab some of that went on the outside. I don't think I have to get crazy with the grease, just something, right? Something to cause some sort of lubrication. Okay, there we go. So you want to make sure that when you drop it in, again, like I said, you do have to tilt it forward a little bit. Make sure that this is flat in there. Okay. I'm gonna start this one, not too tight, but just start it. Okay, it's in there. Okay. I want to get this one in there, but before I do, I gotta grease that pivot cup in there. Okay. I think this will be more than enough. Let's get it in there. Swish it around a bit. Flip it around, okay. Take it back out. I don't think it would be good for this to come into contact with the motors. Tilt it to where it's nice and flush. This right here is your indicator if you're flush, because you want that seating. Okay, yeah. Put some pressure on it. Don't be afraid to put pressure on it. Get this nice and flat. And do an assembly tightening. Don't over tighten it. Okay, it's loose. My belts look good. Yeah, this board is good too. Okay. Same thing. It's gonna be 2 threads on the top and 4 on the bottom. And right now, as soon as they get done, we're gonna see if we got any more of that squeaking. Okay, that's definitely 2 threads there. I'm gonna try to get 4. Make sure that this motor cable is clipped back into place because it did pop off. Make sure this one stays in place. Alright. Looks like we're gonna be done with this one too. Okay, 1, 2. I think that might be more than 4. That looks like 4. Okay. I don't think I need it any tighter than that. Let's test it out. Okay, let's flex it. See what it does. It's quiet. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed I want to take this one out for a ride. So this board actually had a little bit over 200 miles on it, and it was a little beat up. Now, the battery all looks good. No bad cells. 222 miles. Huh. 17 miles recently. That must have been me. Now that it's nice and quiet, stealthy, maybe it even turns better. It's just crazy how quiet these motors are. Oh shoot, it does hit those hard. No wonder I didn't like it. No wonder I didn't like these street tires here.